This week on Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News, our heritage is vital for understanding our culture and sharing our stories. Those stories create challenges for some, though.
There's that extra layer of identity and of loss and abandonment, and some kids' trauma.
This week, we have a real talk about adoptions, what the process looks like in our state, and the different challenges families face.
Welcome to Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. I'm CPR's Nathan Heffel.
And I'm Denver7's Micah Smith. Each week, in a partnership between Denver7 and CPR, we'll be having a real talk about issues impacting underrepresented people across Colorado.
And this week, we have a real talk about adoptions. We'll cover everything from the process, the importance of keeping your heritage alive, and the different challenges between international and domestic adoptions.
We begin with a piece exploring what it means to be adopted.
And that means a lot to me. As a child adopted in the late 70s, my parents' goal was to assimilate me into their culture, their German-American culture, the standard practice at the time. I was raised with little knowledge of my Latino heritage and was constantly told, "You're a Heffel, fully one of us," with little mention of the heritage and the culture I came from.
Well, things have changed a lot in the decades since, and children adopted today are much more likely to explore their heritage, including what it means to be adopted.
And one of the ways adoptees are doing that are through heritage camps put on by Heritage Camps for Adoptive Families. It's a Colorado nonprofit. I recently attended Heritage Camp's Domestic Adoption Camp in Estes Park. It's one of nine the nonprofits put on for adoptees every year.
You might remember being a kid and going to camp every summer. The anticipation, the excitement of heading into nature for fishing, camping, crafts. Similar things happen at the domestic adoption camp, but for these kids, it's all about celebrating what it means to be adopted. Melissa Mansica, her husband Aaron, and 10-year-old adopted son Max have been to this camp before.
We were super excited to take advantage of it because we thought how great it would be for Max, who was only 6 at the time, to just be around so many other kids who have a similar experience. But unsurprisingly, we found out it is just as valuable, important, meaningful, relevant for us as parents, and I didn't even know what I didn't know. And then when I come to domestic adoption camp and there's these experts and these practitioners, and I'm suddenly getting a glimpse and some insights, some strategies, some ideas, but I'm also connecting with other parents. And domestic adoption camp, one thing I love about it that I've been surprised by is how diverse it is.
But it's not just domestic adoption camp. Many others are focused on different cultures. Pam Sweetser is the executive director of Heritage Camps.
And our first camps were heritage camps, cultural camps, hence the name,
Right.
because it was all about kids who were born internationally and learning about helping them retain their culture and their identity. But, adoption changes, and more families started asking me who had adopted domestically, well, can't we have a time? Because they would hear from their friends, or maybe they'd have their older kid would be from China or something. And they say, we want the same experience for our younger kid who was adopted in Texas or whatever. And so I said, you know what, why not? So the only component that's really not here is that cultural piece. And we do some of that, because it's the most diverse camp we have as far as where the kids, as far as race and culture and all that.
And that's what I found so fascinating, being adopted myself, having an adopted daughter. We are a transracial family. My husband is white. I am Latino. My daughter is African-American / Hispanic, Latino. The fact that there is this rainbow of people here.
It's amazing.
And we don't have to explain ourselves.
No, that's the one thing people say. I mean, I'm an adoptive parent. My kids are born in Korea, born in India. They're adults. And they were 5 and 2 when we started the camps. And now they're 30-something. 34 and 37.
Yeah.
And so for us, it was that exact thing. And even for them, they didn't ever have to say, where did you come from? Is that your real mom? Do you speak Korean? Yeah. Do you speak Chinese, even though you're Korean? I mean, all of those questions and things they dealt with growing up. Never have to deal with it here.
And it is a vacation because, again, I'm with my family. It is,
right?
It is, yeah. But then also, like you were saying, there are panels. There's
work to be done
where parents can go
and learn about some of the issues that their kids may have or
Absolutely.
that they're having themselves.
Absolutely.
And with that said, how do you assemble a group of people to explain to adoptive parents kind of?
Oh, you mean the presenters?
Yeah.
Well, you know, they tend to come to us, you know, like they've heard of us, or they've been in another camp. And then, you know, we say, hey, what your message is. Like Chaitra, who was here this morning, she's actually an Indian adoptee herself, and that was her original camp. Well, and she's a therapist. So what she had to say to the families with the Indian children, pretty much the same.
Right.
Because I've always said adoption's adoption. It doesn't matter where you were adopted. My sister is adopted, my sister-in-law is adopted, and my mother-in-law is adopted. So it sort of runs in our family. But some of the adoption issues, for lack of a better word, are universal. Yeah. Most of them are universal.
But for 10-year-old Max, the heavy conversations can begin later. Right now, being with kids just like him and really living life means a whole heck of a lot.
We try to just do stuff that just keeps us not bored. Like, just now we played mini golf, or we just made Lego sets. And, like, they're really smart about, like, keeping the kids happy. But making the kids feel like not they're being forced to do stuff.
Max says he really enjoys being able to spend time with the other kids who are in the same situation as he is. And he also says that he made at least one friend who he's going to hang out with after this. And after the interview, he was getting ready to play with some puppies and watch movies. Micah, this camp is truly changing people's lives. Just being with so many other families just like yours, there was this connection that you have, that you feel safe and that you feel able to talk about your life story.
Wow, I think that that's beautiful, and I love that it also focuses on the kids, because I feel like when you're growing up, you always feel that sense of other, no matter what family structure you come from. And I know that there are special challenges that come with being adopted. So I love that this is a safe space for so many families. If you're interested in attending a heritage camp for adopted families, check out heritagecamps.org. Well, adoptions are not a one-size-fits-all situation, and there are many options out there for your family.
We're going to share two different stories with you after the break, showcasing what international adoptions can look like for you. This is Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News.
Welcome back to Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. I'm Denver7's Micah Smith.
And I'm CPR's Nathan Heffel. This week we're having a real talk about adoptions. Later in the show we'll talk more about domestic adoptions, but for now we want to shift the focus to international adoptions.
According to the federal government, inter-country adoptions have dramatically fallen over the past 2 decades. In 2004, there were more than 20,000 inter-country adoptions. In 2021, there were less than 2,000.
And right now, we're going to focus on two different stories that shaped firsthand experiences with inter-country adoptions.
So we want to welcome Sylvia Adina of Denver to this Real Talk. Now, Sylvia, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
Sylvia and her partner adopted Shandi from India more than 30 years ago, and so we want to jump into your experience. Talk to us about your decision to adopt, what went into it, and why go with an international adoption?
Well, I don't know if I have a terrifically great reason, but I wanted to be a mother, and I had met a couple in Washington who had adopted from India, and their little daughter was adorable and sweet and beautiful, and I thought, okay, well, I'll just see how that goes. And so I went and did the interview and went to and it all worked out beautifully, and so it was wonderful.
Yeah. And you had that connection to India, and now you have an adopted daughter from India.
Yes.
And to keep that connection, you and your partner helped start a heritage camp for adoptees from India and Nepal. How did that impact your family?
Well, my partner Jamie and Shandi and I went to the Indian Heritage Camp, which then later became also Nepal for 20 years.
Wow.
And that it's sort of like a web. You know, it started with when we first started. Each parent took an area and became an sort of quote expertise in it because
Sure.
that was they are not free, but also the reason they're so impactful is that the parent has to be involved. They have to contribute. It's their camp, and so we would learn about something about India that we liked or that was wanted, and then we would practice that and integrate it at home. So Shandi and Jamie and I were doing lots of things to learn about India from when she was very little, and so that is impactful. And then we would go to camp, and everyone would participate in that part of the Indian culture. And thank heavens India is such a wonderful, interesting, terrific country. There are a billion ideas you could get involved with. And then Indians who moved from India to live in the United States, they came to the camp out of the goodness of their heart. And so we would interact with them, and of course they knew about Indian cooking and Mehendi and dance and everything. And so that was another web. And then the other web was the adoptive parents and their adoptive kids.
Well, I do want to ask you,
Yes.
why did you make such a strong effort to connect Shandi with her Indian heritage? I mean, you did this from the very beginning.
Yes, yeah. Well, Shandi is Indian, and she looks Indian. And plus, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's a wonderful experience. I mean, it's such a blessing to have another country and their ideas and their culture and everything they do. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And so it's just a great thing to do. It's fun, and it really benefited her as well. But it benefited us.
Yeah.
We didn't just do this so Shandi would. We did this so we as a family would participate and get the blessings of it, and it's wonderful.
And I think that's the question. It's an interracial adoption, right?
Yes, yes.
And did that pose challenges to your family? I mean, I am from an interracial adoption. My parents are white. I am Latino, and that does cause some hiccups for to be light about it.
So you want to know, did that cause us problems?
Yeah, did it cause problems? Or were there unique
Problems.
challenges? And what advice would you have for parents who maybe are in the similar situation?
Yeah. I just say enjoy it. Just go out and meet those other people and figure out who they are and enjoy them. And they are wonderful. They invited us into their homes. They cooked for us. They taught us everything they knew.
The family's in India.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, it's the best thing. It's such a wonderful experience. It's like without that experience, my life would be less.
Wow.
So my benefit and my whole family's benefit was 1,000 times greater. She blessed us more than we could ever bless her.
I love hearing you
Yeah.
literally changed Shandi's life.
Yep.
Yes.
But she changed
Oh,
yours.
she changed ours. Oh, yeah. And
Well,
yes,
thank you.
very much.
Thank you so much, Sylvia, for sharing your family's story.
Yeah.
We just appreciate you opening up, and I know that hearing this, a lot of other families will be helped. So, thank you.
You know, we love to hear these success stories of international adoptions, but some are more complicated than others.
Yeah, I spoke with Mary Bowers, a Colorado woman whose recent discovery about her adoption from South Korea encouraged her to raise awareness about human rights abuses. I want to talk to you about your beginnings, which your story really starts in Korea. So let's start there. Walk me through your life story.
Okay, well, I think my life story has turned out to be a little different than the one that I grew up with. I think growing up, the story that I was always given was that I was adopted from Korea at the age of 5 months old and went to live with a family in Colorado. I grew up in Greeley. Always thought things were relatively normal. Was one of the very few Asian Americans in that community. But aside from that, I thought that everything was generally pretty cool. But in 2020, I returned back to Korea just to kind of get more in touch with my own beginnings, my own roots. And I unfortunately uncovered a bunch of information, a bunch of documents relating to my origins that were rather surprising. It turns out that I was not the documented orphan that my parents knew me to be. I found the names of two very alive people. And I don't know if they are actually my parents or not, because it appears that I have multiple legal registered identities. So all indications point to some kind of identity laundering in the adoption process.
Wow. So you thought that as a baby you went through this legal process and then you find out that you actually didn't. What were you told about your birth parents?
So I was told a few different stories, and I think in hindsight, that should have been a red flag, because I think even my adoptive parents were given multiple stories. I was given multiple stories, ranging from my adopted or my biological mother was a single mother who didn't have the means to raise me or care for me. I also had stories about abandonment by my birth father, which turned out not to be true. He's not actually traceable in the records, so therefore could not have given legal consent for an adoption. And then some of the more insidious stories, I heard that she was a prostitute. I heard that both of my parents were dead. I heard that both of my parents were alive but had abandoned me. So all of these things cannot simultaneously be true. And so that's why I delved into the actual documents a bit further.
After having gone through all of this, I know that awareness is a big part of your journey. Talk to me about what you want people to be aware of and kind of how you're using your story to get other stories out there.
Well, the story is still unfolding, so I'm downloading and processing a lot. But I think the thing that people should be very aware of is that every adoption, whether legal or illegal, doesn't start with a family being built. It starts somewhere else. So it's important to understand where that somewhere else is, where those origins are, and what that original family story is. And that applies to every adoption, whether it follows the rules or, in my case, looks like it did not. But I think it's important for every family, every person who knows an adopted person to understand that piece.
Well, Mary, thank you so much for joining us for this Real Talk. I really appreciate you sharing your story and being vulnerable in this moment, because I know this is a lot to unpack as you continue to unpack it.
Well, again, Mary's journey, far from over, Nathan.
Yeah.
She is a part of an active investigation in South Korea with a half dozen other countries around the world looking into these claims.
You've heard the stories of people directly involved with adoptions, and coming up, we want to share this perspective of the people who help connect them with their new families.
Yeah, this is Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News.
This is Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. I'm CPR's Nathan Heffel.
And I'm Denver7's Micah Smith. This week, we're having a real talk on adoption. So far, we've heard personal adoption stories.
And we now want to add some context for those who work with those families on a daily basis. And we want to welcome Christy Eichler and Brenda Rettrum from Adoption Choices of Colorado, which is a private nonprofit adoption agency in our state. Christy is the executive director, and Brenda works with prospective parents. Thank you both for weighing in on this important topic.
Happy to be here.
Yeah,
So, Brenda, take us through the process and what it looks like for people who want to adopt through an agency.
All right. Most of our families have experienced infertility. Not all, but most of them.
Yeah.
And so they've already been through a lot of loss of money and time and all that. So they're ready to be parents yesterday.
Yeah.
So it starts with an application process, goes to a home study. And should I explain what that is?
Well, a home study where you actually go into the home and say, hey, are these going to be okay parents?
Yes,
Is that kind of what that is?
interviews
Yeah.
and paperwork
Yeah.
and training.
Yeah. And it's a long process. This isn't
It's
just
about a 3-month
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
We know adopting is not a one-size-fits-all process, though.
Right.
Each state has their own laws. For example, Colorado is an agency state. Christy, can you explain what exactly that means?
Sure. So as you mentioned, every state is different, and Colorado happens to be an agency state, which means that all adoptions have to go through an agency. So in some states it can go through an attorney, but in Colorado it cannot.
So you do need an agency if you reside in Colorado and if the birth is going to happen in Colorado.
So that means that you're not doing this by yourself. You have
Correct.
to go through
Yes.
an organization
Yes.
like yours.
Yes.
So your agency works with people from all different backgrounds, all different types. Why is it so important to be inclusive in the adoption process?
Well, so many of our birth mothers are open to all kinds of different families and family diversity. Now that changed quite a bit over the last 20 years. So we want to be able to offer pregnant women a choice about who's going to parent their baby, whether it's a certain race or a same-sex couple or any LGBTQ, single parents. We want to give them options.
And I think that's something that, forgive me, that we may forget about. There is a mom as well who's saying, you know what, I think I need to put this child up for adoption. How is that process with the organization and dealing with a birth mom?
So they are an unsung hero. They definitely, like you said, do get missed out on a lot and get misrepresented. They're amazing people that have decided for whatever reason, and they each have their own reasons, but want to do this selfless, unconditional love and want to choose a family and want to be a part of the adoption process and maybe even want to be part of their lives down the road. And so we encourage that. But how to start that would be, we would start working and doing relinquishment counseling and just working alongside them to make sure that this is actually what they want to do before they terminate their rights voluntarily, because everything that they do is voluntarily. And so it does become 100% legal after many steps are done. So just, actually working with them, talking with them, building a rapport, building a relationship, providing support, providing guidance to them. And also we try really hard to provide that to our adoptive families, because it's, both of them are on different sides of the track. And so it's more of an educational piece of learning each other's stories and the kind of following each other's understanding, I guess, basically, of where they're coming from.
We only have a few seconds left, but what kind of need is there for adopted parents?
Need?
Yeah.
There are a lot of adoptive parents out there, and it's very hard now to, like, for instance, there's about 12 families for every baby that's available.
That would like to have that child.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it's not the same playing field, if you put it that way, as it was in other generations. So a lot of things have changed in our society that have made this a different experience now.
Well, Brenda and Christy, we want to thank you so much for joining us. We could go on and on about this topic all day. It's so interesting, but we appreciate you joining us for this Real Talk.
Thank you.
Excellent, thank you.
And that's this week's episode of Real Talk with Denver7 and CPR News. Every week, we'll be having a Real Talk on issues that impact Coloradans who are often overlooked.
And you can find all of our shows on denver7.com/realtalk or at cpr.org/realtalk. Have a great day.